Hey Matt, do you think your ego might be getting a little too big?
No, what would make you say that?
No reason.
Hmm.
Oh, is that Titans number 11?
Yeah, I was just rereading it because I feel
Oh, actually,
like...
before you get to that, can you remove them?
Oh, yeah. I was just rereading this because I read it through the first time and quite frankly, I didn't really get what people were saying about it. I feel like people think this is good and I don't.
Really? How come?
Well, one, I've had an issue with this. At first, I thought the art for Titans was good because this has been the art the entire time.
Right.
I no longer like the art in this book.
Oh.
I stopped liking it a few issues in when I could not for the life of me tell what the fuck was happening.
Oh, with the lightning?
With anything. Like, there's way too much detail. Like, what the fuck is happening?
I mean, they're fighting people.
I don't know. I just don't feel like it's drawn in a way that is able to be, I don't know, understood cognitively. Like, it's just... There's just a weird amount of detail. I don't know. I don't appreciate it at all. So that's...
I don't know. I didn't mind it. It was just like...
This.
Book art. Yeah, that hurts me.
This is obnoxious, and this is like... This is not an outlier within this book. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's like bad or anything.
I just don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. And just everyone looks like a super chiseled like cocksucker. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah, I can see that, but
I don't like some of the writing in this. Like,
oh, actually, one thing I really didn't like, like story-wise, was the Deathstroke thing, like his son just like dying.
Well, yeah, I think that was a flashback.
I know, but like, I feel
the
like
way it was written.
Yeah.
I did like the way Deathstroke was like, yeah, we got him, guy. I did like that
Yeah,
part,
that was
but like
cute.
the part on the son was just like so forced. You know,
Mhm.
didn't appreciate that, but Deathstroke's part in that scene I did appreciate. This is the first part to the Lazarus Contract. I think that's worth mentioning.
Mhm.
It's gonna go through Titans, Teen Titans, and then finally finish in Deathstroke. I just don't feel like this was like the best first part, at least not for like a good half of the book. Once we get to the point where like Deathstroke and Wally West are, sort of like discussing the morality of going back in time and fixing something like that selfishly. That's when the issue becomes a little bit more interesting to me. But when we go back to the Titans and like we have Omen questioning Nightwing and stuff, not very interesting to me. It's obvious where this is going. He knows something that they don't.
Yeah.
It's very obvious.
I just want to say what I did like about this was like I just liked seeing those people together, and that made me go back and like want to reread all the other, or not reread, just like read the other Titan books.
Have you read Teen Titans?
No. Is that one good?
I much prefer that book to this one. I actually
really?
dropped this book in favor of Teen Titans
Huh.
because for a while I was reading both of them, and then I was like, I just don't find this interesting. Like, I didn't like where the story, like, I didn't like Abracadabra, and then the second arc, I was like, I don't like this either. Just none of it was interesting to me, and instead I could get, in Teen Titans, I can get the new Wally West, which in that book is actually really interesting to me. The only reason I was reading this, really, for a while, was just because I thought this Wally West was imperative to the overarching DC story with the Watchmen. You know what I mean? But at a certain point, I was like, if something happens in that book, I'll pick it up, which is why I bought this, because I haven't bought the last couple issues. And other than that, I'm not going to buy something that, you know what I mean, like that I'm not enjoying. I really do like Teen Titans because you get Damian, you get Starfire, you get Beast Boy, you get Raven and Wally, and and then Aqualad from Young Justice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just joined the team.
Well, yeah, I should definitely read that one as well.
Yeah, and I prefer the art in that one because it's like
Is it more stylized?
a little bit more stylized and cartoony, which fits their book. You know what I mean? It's more lighthearted and fun, while it still has a really interesting story, especially for the first arc. So, I don't know. I really like that book.
Okay.
This book sucks though.
I don't know if that sucks, but like, it's very comic book to me.
It's very comic book. This is like the fucking schlock of comic books to me. Like, there's just not a lot of substance for me.
Yeah, it's like the mac and cheese of comic books. It's like I don't think.
If you keep comparing entertainment to mac and cheese, we're gonna have a real problem.
It's just that's like a bland yet good. It's inoffensive.
I guess, but I don't like this new trend you have going here, where you just compare things to foods that are just not very comparable.
What, mac and cheese? That's a perfect comparison.
I don't think so. Mac and cheese is just a side dish.
No, but mac and cheese is
Every
still...
side dish is just like an okay side dish. Like, what side dish do you know that's like, oh my god, I fucking have to have mashed potatoes?
You ever have like really good chips and salsa?
As a side?
Yeah, sure.
No, I just eat chips and salsa as a snack. I'm looking forward to the rest of this book. You know what I mean? For the rest of this arc. I will stop reading Titans after this, though. I don't know how many issues this is going. I don't know if it's going to be 2 of like Titans and 2 of Teen Titans and 2 of Deathstroke, or if it's just going to be Titans, Teen Titans, Deathstroke, and then it'll be done. I think that's what's going on. For that, I'm going to pick up Teen Titans like I always do. I'm going to pick up Deathstroke for the first time since the first issue. And that'll be that. But then we have, this is all leading into Deathstroke getting his own Teen Titans book.
Wait, really?
Or like he's creating a team, and Wally West is on it.
Oh,
new Wally West.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know how, but in this book, in this Lazarus Contract book, Deathstroke is going to get speed powers. Which I don't know how the fuck that's gonna happen, and I don't know if I'm gonna appreciate that at all.
Yeah.
I don't read Deathstroke to begin with, so it's not gonna offend me that much, but like I assume he's gonna have to extract the power from one of them. Also, the twist at the end was just completely not interesting.
I found it interesting enough to at least make me wanna...
The only interesting thing about the twist was that Wally West was, the new Wally West was also there. That was not interesting to me. The fact that he just now finds out that they're both Wally West was interesting.
Yeah, because like, I
That's
remember
probably
you
the most
telling me about like
interesting thing
this
about
Wally West coming back, and I was like, so what's happening to the other one?
Oh yeah, I mean, so one of the things about Rebirth is that they've been like, so in Superman Reborn, that recent story, they took like the New 52 Superman and the pre-New 52 Superman, like pre-crisis or like post-crisis, I don't remember, Superman, and they like molded them together, and they did that to both of the Lois Lanes, and so now they're just one person. So I wonder if they're going to do that to them.
Just hearing someone explain that sounds fucking insane. Like my pea-sized brain can't handle that.
There's a lot of convolution here. But it's nice comic book, interesting convolution that's keeping a lot of people interested right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone is interested in what's happening with DC right now. Because you can be reading fucking detective comics and shit happens that takes place over the overarching mythos of DC right now. And that's the interesting thing about reading comics to me, is like this shit is like going on just like in the background sort of over years. Like this is like most supposedly like a 2-year thing. And then also parts of this story have been taking place since before the New 52 ended. Like the Mr. Oz character was in DC before the New 52 ended.
Wait, really? Huh.
Like that's super fucking interesting. Like imagine the people that were reading Superman when that was happening. And now they've been reading it for years now, continuously, and they're getting payoff as we go. Like I don't know. That's one of my favorite things about comic books.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. And so, would you recommend Titans issue 11?
On its own, no, because I would recommend probably reading the rest of this story. I think so. But who's to say? You know, like the rest of this could be complete shellac.
Probably, but I think I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, and, you know, I'm glad that these books I'm recommending to you are getting through to you. You know, you're liking them. It's making you read a little bit more.
Yeah, I love all like the teenage bullshit. Like when I went back and read issue 3 of this, and there's like the little scene between Donna Troy and Roy Harper, and like he was like, "Yes, I was lying." I was just like, "Oh yes, this is what I'm looking for."
Some of that shit's good, but like a lot of it's just.
Yeah,
this art just does not help it for me. Like that's maybe my biggest issue with it. Maybe I'll try it again when they get a different artist, but probably not. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you can make sure to subscribe. Click that like button if you want to. And here are a few videos you can watch over on the side. One is my podcast. You can watch that. We talk about a ton of stuff. And over here is one of the last videos that we did. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next week.